Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Thursday, Friday Eve, whatever you want to call it. But here we are. And I'm happy to be here with you. So yesterday I was like 5 minutes early, and today I'm like 5 minutes late. So we're trying to get it together, folks. I hope you're all doing better in that area than I am. But here we are. Here we are. I really wanted to do this morning. I don't know. I'm feeling compelled. I feel like Spirit has messages for us. And the first card actually that came out was Favorable Circumstances. And the one that followed it was Soul Family. So, yeah, I feel like relationships are really in the forefront right now. And I feel like relationships, friendships, mentorships, um, acquaintances, romantic partners, biological family. I just feel like there's a lot of relationship shifting right now. And it's coming out, more favorably. So there might be situations very soon. If not, they've already started. If you're not feeling it, it's probably going to start where people are just they're getting it, right? They're getting why maybe things couldn't work out in the past or where they were coming at a situation from a negative place, right? I'm just feeling like a lot of forgiveness and a lot of just releasing is what's happening in this energy. And I know that Pluto is retrograde, and I do feel like that is allowing things to become clearer. And with that clarity, it's easy and I don't even want to say easy. I just feel like without any resistance, that things just work. They fall away. And it's not the relationship isn't it maybe in a way that whatever the harboring emotion was, justification, victimization, righteousness, right? It's just fallen away. It's like you don't eat. You've risen out of. You've ascended out of that and that frequency, that energy, right? So the frequency of the resentment, the frequency of the anger, hurt, guilt. And for some of you, you're just letting that go, and you won't you'll get into connection with your soul family, but it would be more on an astral situation. I don't want you to think like you have to like talk to anybody you don't want to talk to or see anybody you don't want to see, especially if it was an abusive situation. That's not what I'm saying here. But what I am saying here is you may have more compassion for those people, and not that they may ever know it. It's just that you're not holding on to the resentment or the hurt that that caused. And that's actually going to allow you to move forward in relationships with other people. So that's, I think, what I'm really feeling, that for some of you that have been in really traumatic situations, this retrograde is allowing you the relief from the pain that you've been holding on to. It's not letting them off the hook. It's letting you off the hook. It's the energies moving you out of that kind of hurt, that kind of pain, that you're shifting into a new cycle, into a new road, into a new paradigm. And for some of you, it's because you are stepping into your purpose. And for some of you, it's because you're now going to be coming into divine timing with soul family that is going to be beneficial, soul family that is going to be, and for some of you, it is romantic relationship, but for some of you, it is just having that person in your corner, that best friend, that confidant, that that connection that just feels so soul level. And so for some of you, this will be a platonic relationship, and for some of you, it won't be. But however this resonates for you, I feel like that's the big message today, that we are really coming into this ability to now come into connection And for some of you, you're going to be reconnecting with people that you've had in your life for a long time, but because of your own pain and trauma and circumstance and abuse, you weren't able to connect with them in the way that they deserved or that relationship deserved. And that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling that we're now coming into this new energy where the connections that you're forming are at the soul level. Are at the soul level. So good morning, everyone. Wow. Okay. Whew, heavy, 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 good stuff right off the bat. So I am Melissa L. Watkins, evidential medium, master instructor with integrated energy therapy, and certified spiritual life coach. So all that information's on my website. Link is in the description box. But yeah, I want to dig into this because I'm interested to see where spirit wants to take this, because you really are shifting out of unfavorable into favorable. And for some of you, this is going to be money. For some of you, this is going to be love. For some of you, it's going to be passion, purpose, dreams, goals, and opportunities are going to start showing up because it's time. And I feel like that's the what I'm kind of picking up on, that this is all happening because it's time. So I am going to use the Lunar Tarot to dig into this with, because we are coming up onto a full moon at the end of this week. Tomorrow, end of this week, tomorrow. So yeah, let's dig into this. So good morning, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, wherever this is reaching you. And thank you for those of you joining me on the replay. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, comment. Is this resonating with you? Okay. Yeah, that's what's happening here. Look at that change. 10 of Swords. You're coming out of this energy of really feeling like you want to give up, that it's been too hard, that every time you've tried, there's been deceit, deception, betrayal. This 10 of Swords is letting you know that where you were was actually moving you away from spirit, moving you away from situations that were just not going to serve you. Not for the long run. For some of those situations, they were very finite. They were there for a reason, whether you had to finish the soul contract is what I'm hearing. You had to finish the soul contract. So there are people currently that are being moved out of your experience or have been moved out of your experience in this year. And it's because that contract is over. That contract is over. You did what you needed to do. You learned what you needed to learn. They got what they needed to get. So for some of you, this had nothing to do with you. This was they needed something from you. So the contract is over. And so they've moved on, and you're being guided to move on. For some of you, this was a slow process of just disconnection. For some of you, it was very abrupt because there was something about it that wasn't going to allow you to make the decision to end it and walk away, because that's not who you are. You're someone who loves deeply, and you want the best for people, and you want to stay in it no matter what, because you know that you can make it work. And whatever that relationship was, it's now time to move on. It's now time to go towards the new. So that being said, yeah, because it is time for you to have a new emotional experience. It's time for you to now be able to have your cup filled up with people who will love you and people who will show up for you, and you showing up for yourself. I mean, yes, it's, loving other people. It does fill up our cup, but we have to come to the relationship with our cup full, and they add to it and you add to theirs, right? But you have to have a pretty full cup. So this is about you changing into now coming into being able to love yourself, respect yourself, value yourself enough that when you meet someone, if they're not a match, if they're not a vibrational match, you will quickly move away from them. You will clearly understand that they're maybe not ready for that relationship, or they have their own shadow work that they're still struggling with, and that's, for them to do. Yeah, this is, oh my gosh, 2 aces. Holy cow. Really new beginning. So a new clarity, truth, love, connection, partnership. So whatever you're asking about, I feel like the answer number one is yes with these two aces, right? But it is going to only take you towards the things that are now for you. This divine timing that you're now in is only going to allow the things that is part of your life path, your purpose, your dream, your goal, your desire to be the thing that shows up. Yeah, because it's time for you to join together with the right people in the right situations. And so anything that is not compatible, it's not going to work. And I think it's not going to work quickly. I think you're going to know right away, like, this isn't the right job. This isn't the right environment. This isn't the right person. This isn't the right friend group. This isn't the right situation. I thought it was. I was drawn to it, but I was drawn to it for the old reasons, right? And now the new reasons are coming in of its own. I can only stay if it serves me, if it's compatible. There's no more drinking the sour milk because that's all that's available. Now it's like, okay, I recognize the sour milk, and I'm going to go find the sweet milk. And I'm going to leave the sour milk with those who are still enjoying it because that's where they are. But I know there's more. I know that I deserve more. And I'm going to go seek that with the right people. That's quite the analogy, isn't it? That's quite the analogy. I don't know where that came from, but that's what Spirit gave me. Because it is time. It is time for you to come into balance and express your creativity, express your passion, express who you are at the soul level. And again, those who can't accept who that is because they've put you in a box or they've have a preconceived notion of who you should be, right? That doesn't work anymore. That's not going to work anymore. So the star card is letting you know that the light codes are coming into the planet, into you, in such a way that it's raising your frequency so that you're only compatible and you're only in harmony and balance with those who are closely aligned with you, with your mission, your purpose, your goal, your desire. It's like being in a relationship that it's okay. We get along. We like the same things. We don't fight, but there's no passion. I'm not excited to see this person. I just know they're going to be there when I get home, right? It's like that's not good enough anymore. You want to be excited. You want to be passionate about who you're with and what you're doing. And these light codes that are coming in are driving you to do that because that's where you're going to find your creativity. That's where your balance is. That's where your sweet spot is. And that's where you are being drawn to. That's where you're being drawn to. All right. One more. Oh, as it literally flew out. Literally flew out. Yeah. Yeah. 10 of Cups. Harmony. Balance. Family. Love. Sharing. Commitment. Give and take. Reciprocity. That's what this Pluto in retrograde is bringing you. The ability to allow yourself the desire to have what you want, to value yourself enough to go after what you want, to not accept good enough, to not accept mediocrity, to want more. To come into connection with the favorable circumstances and the soul family that you're here to embody, connect with, love. Give yourself permission to have the car you want, the house you want, the relationship you want. Give yourself permission to dream bigger than you've ever dreamt. It's not about good enough. You're not here to have good enough. You're here to have everything you want. And I feel like what is happening is what this desire in you is ramping up to the more. To have the family, to have the vacations, to have the passion and purpose, to have the business, to have the career that isn't your job. It's your mission in life. And when you're doing it and getting paid for it, it's like that's a bonus, because what you're doing is the thing that lights you up. And that's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm feeling this is all about. That the only thing that you're going to be able to step towards is what is favorable. Anything else is mediocrity or have to. The light codes are coming in. The ascension is happening for each and every one of us in a different way, but it's happening to each and every one of us. And so we're being called to shift our circumstances. We're being called to begin whatever it is we're feeling we have been putting on the back burner, or we feel we keep putting behind us because for whatever reason, I don't have enough money, I don't have enough time, I don't have enough resources, I don't have enough knowledge. Things are going to be showing up. The favorable circumstances and the soul family, they're going to be showing up. Are you ready to accept? Are you ready to step in? Are you ready to, I'm not going to say take a leap of faith, because I don't feel like this is like that scary. I feel like this is more like allowing yourself to accept this and allowing yourself to say no to that, because it's not, doesn't match anymore. Maybe it matched 10 years ago, but it doesn't match anymore. There's like, for those of you who are trying to play it safe and stay in your bubble, that's it. The bubble is bursting, and you're going to be required to start taking steps in new directions. But it's not a leap of faith. It's more of a one step at a time. And your needs get met on the way, and the right people show up on the way, because everything is working out for you. Everything is coming together for you. The King of Keys. Look at that. Power. And I feel like this red in this card is all about the red ray coming in. The red light code coming in. All the light codes that I actually talked about, I think yesterday, I think it was yesterday, I kind of went through a bunch of the different light codes. I don't think red was one of them. I don't think red was one of them. So we're going to look into that. But right now, let's find out the King of Keys in the Akashic Tarot by Sharon Ann Klingler. Let's see what this card, why it came out for us. So keys are in the back, I believe. I'm right. The King of Keys. The King of Keys rides a splendid horse towards a great castle in the distance. He is happy and at ease, and he travels home. This is an entrepreneurial man with civil or commercial authority. He is confident, astute, and perhaps overly focused on his work or career. Though he can be very thoughtful and helpful to you in business or financial matters, he is often more goal-oriented than people-oriented. Keep this in mind if this man turns out to be a love interest for you or another. Whether the King of Keys represents you or another, be on the lookout for a major promotion, a heightening of income, or a furthering of career achievements. Careers in finance, real estate, and business are typical for the King of Keys, but management in an industry can be forthcoming. This may also be a good time for self-employment and business expansion for you or a man in your life. Taking the leadership role in your life, going towards what you're being called to go towards. This is validation that it's time. It's time to take the step. It's time to start the business, time to start the YouTube channel, time to start the social media, time to start the book, time to start the whatever you're being called to start, the relationship with the soul family member, romantic or not. And for some of you, this is really coming into partnership with a most compatible soulmate that, could, that will turn into long term. That will turn into long term. But that being said, I want to look at red light code because I think it's tied into Christ consciousness. And of course, I got like all the science stuff. I'm like, yeah, that's not what's going to help me here. Healing. Red light can hold deep spiritual meanings. Uriel, the Archangel of Wisdom, is in charge of the red angel light ray. People sometimes ask for Uriel's help to seek God's wisdom before making decisions, come up with fresh creative ideas for how to serve people, learn new information, solve problems, resolve conflicts, let go of destructive emotions. Holy cow, what this whole reading was about. So there it is. Call on Archangel Uriel and the red ray to help you let go of the destructive patterns that no longer serve you, whether it's your own internal destructive pattern or destructive patterns from people around you. Wow. Okay. I feel like I just got schooled by spirit. I feel like I just got schooled by spirit. Wow. Okay. Ooh, that was powerful, guys. That was powerful. All right. Yeah, I'm shaking. I'm a little like, wow. That was powerful. That was powerful. So Archangel Uriel, call on Archangel Uriel to help you. And so let's read that again. Uriel, the Archangel of Wisdom, is in charge of the red angel light ray. People sometimes ask for Uriel's help to seek God's wisdom before making decisions, come up with fresh creative ideas for how to serve people in need, learn new information, solve problems, resolve conflicts, let go of destructive emotions such as anxiety and anger. Whew. I'm also getting evoke strong emotional responses such as warmth, passion, courage, and urgency, influencing your overall well-being. Visualizing red light during meditation can enhance focus, emotional connection, and promote feelings of empowerment and vitality. Whew, okay. So, gotcha. So yes, call on Archangel Uriel. I was actually looking for I've got an angel deck that kind of and I don't want to waste time in your time to look. I might actually maybe do a little a quick Archangel Uriel something later today and post it because I think this is important in this time right now with Pluto retrograde and the shifts that are coming out. So I'm going to call on Archangel Metatron right now. We'll pull some of these cards and then we'll go from there, I think. But I would absolutely, yeah, Metatron Rainbow. Rainbow Bridge, always open. Yeah, Metatron is bringing us help. as we go through this change, as things start to show up to help us put us in our path that we're here to be put in, or to be in connection with our soul family, our soul purpose. So this rainbow bridge, the Madonna and mothering energy coming through. And the third thing that they brought through was boundaries, set them daily. Yeah, because you're going to have people coming at you who, again, they want you to be that expected version of yourself that you no longer embody. They want you to stay playing that small role you've always played. They're comfortable with where you've always been, and now you taking that, making your mission and your dreams and your goals and your purpose a priority. It is going to trigger some people. And so calling on Mother Mary to help you stay in compassion and forgiveness for those who are maybe making things difficult for you. Calling on Archangel Metatron to help you over that rainbow bridge of the change, going from one form of you to another. Because as you ascend, your body, physically, emotionally, mentally, energetically, it's changing. You're getting lighter. So call on Archangel Metatron to help you bridge that gap between who you are and who you are becoming. And then keeping those boundaries high, so you're not letting people around you sabotage you. You're not sabotaging yourself. Okay? Whew, wow. Did not see where that was going today at all. All right, so I am going to grab, I did see one deck down here that I was thinking might be helpful. As I lie. I could have sworn I saw it. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Let's just get some guidance from the angel guide. I feel like getting some angelic advice will be helpful. Good morning, Maggie. Oh, and we got 3 pieces of angels. 3. 3 is the magic number today. Whew, okay. Yeah, signs and reminders. So basically what I'm picking up as you're being evolved and as your life is changing, things are moving and shifting, people are coming and going, your focus is changing, right? Spirit is going to be bringing you the signs and reminders that you need, not only to help you know in which direction to go, but also to know that you're not alone. You're not alone. You're not making this paradigm shifting evolution of your life alone. That Spirit has your back. And so leaning into the signs and reminders that are happening, because you are growing spiritually. You're coming into connection with your team of guides, angels, and ascended masters, your purpose, your mission. It's really starting to flow in. Your soul family is showing up. Your favorable outcomes are going to be happening, right? And this is all because you are ascending. You're getting lighter. Things are showing up. Your connection is deepening through your heart to your own soul, to your higher self. And so putting practices in place, meditation, grounding, breath work, and anything else you're called to. Very, very important at this time. Because yes, you are going to feel vulnerable, but it is leading you to the freedom that you came here to have and experience, freedom of passion, freedom of goal, freedom of desire, freedom of self-awareness. And as you're creating that freedom and you're breaking the ties, you're breaking out of the box, you're becoming freer with your thinking, being more accepting of new ideas, different perspectives, higher perspectives. It can scare you. It can make you feel vulnerable. And Spirit wants you to know that you're not doing it alone. You're not doing it alone. And you are ascending. And you are ascending. So if you think you're changing, you are. If you think you're being asked to move away from something, you are. If something has been moved out of your life, it was for a reason. Whether it was a gradual process or a very abrupt, scary change. It was because you weren't going to move. You weren't going to choose to move. And it's time. It's time for you to step into who you are. And it is time for you to step into those relationships that are going to support you and truly embodying who you came here to be, the full expression of yourself, multidimensional spiritual being, having a human experience, soul level growth, soul level ascension. All right. I'm going to leave that there. Holy cow. Did not see that message coming through, but there we are. Spirit spoke. Spirit had a message for us today, especially for those, all of us light workers, because we're all going through it in some way, on some level. And wherever you are on your journey is exactly where you're supposed to be. So if something isn't working out right now, it's because it's not ready. What is going to work out is not ready. So surrendering is your best friend. As hard as it is. Let go and let God. Use your affirmations, use your prayers, use your meditation, use your connection. Trust and act on the signs. I know it can be lonesome and I know it can be scary and feel hard, but you're not alone. You're not alone. All right, everybody, I'm going to leave it there. Have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your Thursday. Sending you so much love and so many blessings. Namaste.